the problem with going to one strategy, like a 4-gate, yes, it wins you games. Perfectly does. But you will win so many games that you can even make it into high diamond by 4-gating and 4-gating alone. So yeah, sure, you will be awesome at 4-gating, and you'll be so high on the ladder, but you get to a tournament, right, and you get up against people who, if it's for money, they're going to look at your match history, and if they go, 4-gate, 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 what the f... They're obviously going to have a perfect defense against you, because 4-gates are counterable. They're not unstoppable. They're hard to stop, yes, but as soon as you reach that level where people know how to stop it, you have nothing. You have no strategy that wins you a game. Because the one thing that gave you ladder points and the one thing that won you games is now useless. And what are you going to fall back on? Nothing. 8-gate. So therefore, you're back to square one, and you're going to lose so many games, you might even drop a division or drop a couple of leagues in that case, until you learn how to do the other stuff. So we do have 3 Phoenix coming around here for Jings. Very strong play, this one. Does get very frustrating to deal with as a Zerg player. You just need to pull all your overlords back in. You need to get an extra queen. You want to get at least 3 queens. Okay? And you need to bring those in. And then you can shut down this Phoenix play. There we go. So we do have 3 queens. We got a lair coming out now. We do have an expansion coming from Jings. Nicely done. You want to move your sentries and your zealots down here, though, just to be able to deal with that. And what we see here is, if we have a look, we do have 10 Lings here for standby. He can go and harass here. There's nothing wrong with him harassing. I think it was Moonglade versus Liquid Tyler, a game from a couple of weeks ago when this exact build order played out, but Glade had like 20 to 25 Lings, and he just delayed this expansion so much it was frustrating the hell out of Tyler. And Glade actually won the game because he just had so much extra macro. Now, we do see Standby getting a couple of Spore Crawlers, which is nice. You want to get 1, maybe 2 in each mineral line to stop this kind of crap from happening. But once that's done, you can ignore the Phoenix, and you can go back to playing your normal game. So you have then seen what's coming, you've reacted appropriately, right? And then you've gotten back onto your game. Alright, so we do have a Forge going down for Jings. He's got 5 gateways. He's trying to get this expansion going up. We're at 52 supply to 57. We're at 32 drones for standby versus the 24 for Jings. So this is where it comes into play. Like, he's dealt with the Phoenixes very effectively. He's got a fair amount of units. You want to try and get some Hydras out, which he is. Because more often than not, you'll see this go into Void Ray Stalker play, which is where you just need a mass amount of Hydras. And possibly some Corruptors. Mass amount of Hydras or Corruptor Roach. Both deals with it okay. But we'll see how that goes. When you're looking at it from this point of view, you can see he's expanded. You know something coming soon. I'd personally take a 3rd. Unfortunately, with these positions, it does make it difficult for him. Hey, here we go. As I said, he does it. Nicely done. He's going to take the gold up here. Now, the down points. The downside to this kind of play is if this is scouted, which it is most likely will be if Jings is paying attention to his Phoenixes, this is a very, very vulnerable expansion. Right? On the other hand, if it's not scouted, that's a saving grace. Like, the amount of games where I've been 4-gated and I haven't scouted it in time because I was just being stupid, and I've lost my natural and gone, hang on, I'm going to make a 3rd somewhere random, it's fine. Now, we do have this 5-gate push coming in from Jings. He's very strong. A lot of sentries. The best defense against this, many, 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 many Hydra. Hydras absolutely melt gateway units. Absolutely melt them. They are roughly the same amount of minerals. Actually, they're slightly cheaper than Stalkers. So you can pump them out as many as you can, right? And he's only just now getting a Robo base, so it's just going to be pure gateway units right now. So you just want to pump as many Hydras as you can. You need to be careful not to get force fielded out of this place. He's getting Roach Speed, getting 6 Hydras, nicely done. What he also needs to probably do is he's scouted a lot. Alright, he's scouted a lot so far. But we're now 12, 13 minutes into the game. He doesn't know the next tech path. This is where Overseers are absolutely awesome. Oh, he might lose that Phoenix. Loses a Phoenix. Very unfortunate for him there. And Hydras pop out, so we've seen the Hydras. But, like I was saying, he needs to see this next tech choice. And that's where that's where Overseers come into play. Of course, it's not going to be as effective because of these Phoenix, but still going to be effective. The creep spread is almost at the front of this main. Standby does have this. Oh, it's going to be very close. He does have a lot more. No, he doesn't. He's actually back even on work accounts. So he does have the higher army at the moment. Let's have a look. We've got 12 Zealots, 11 Stalkers, and 9 Sentries versus 18 Roaches, 6 Hydras, and 12 Links. So fairly even. Unfortunately, because he is going to have so... Whoa, there he is. He's going to have so many resources with this. He needs to be careful. He needs to bring these units back. Hydras need to be pulled to the back. They do not want to be in range of those Zealots. And here we go. So nice force was being cut down here. Unfortunately... he needs to pull back because he's getting a great concave. Standby's getting a great concave. He's at 102, 107 supply. He needs to pull the Roaches back. He needs to bring them in range. So even if these Roaches are going to die, you want to kill the Zealots because they're your biggest danger right now. Your biggest danger are the Zealots because they will do, like, they're doing the tanking of the damage. They'll do a lot of damage to you. And like here, you can see him push back. Now, this is where he just wants to push forward. Nice force field's going down a little bit sloppy because he's gone and just panicked. But he can just wait it out. We can wait it out. I'm sorry, guys. Now, we do have about 4 or 5 drones at the gold. Hasn't been spotted yet. These Phoenix probably could be put on patrol. Patrol is your best friend, by the way. If you got 1 Ling or 1 Phoenix or something like that, Patrol is your best friend. He has seen the gold, but there's nothing you can really do about it at the moment. We're at 118 supply for Standby. We're at 113 for Jings. He's going to lose this expansion, unfortunately, because he's sending 4 Zealots up there. Does he have speed? No. That tripped me out then. It looked like he had speed for a second. So we got a lot of units here. I don't agree with the Lings for this one. Where's the Colossi? There's Colossi. And this is what I was talking about. Standby needs to win this game right now. Right now he needs to win it. Force field's going down nicely, but the Lings... Oh no! The Lings right in the faces of the Sentries is exactly where he wanted them to be. The Sentries very, very weak against that kind of stuff. All these units dropping very quickly. Unfortunately, just not enough Roaches to take the brunt of the forces by Standby. He has lost his expansion up here, which is annoying, but he'll live. Well, not for very long. We do have a Spire completed now for Standby. Now, the problem with this is... he's had great creep spread to the front of Jings' base, but he hasn't had it to his expansion. I was saying earlier in the game, don't blame the map and the spawning positions. Blame what you could have done better. What could have Standby done better? He could have had a creep highway up here, so that when he saw those Zealots, he could have had Wings up there straight away to defend it. And that's not a good idea either. Don't drop that there when there's 4 Zealots next to you, buddy. But... he could have had that going there. He could have defended that. Unfortunately, there's 2 Colossi now. But on the other right-hand side, it's very Roach heavy. You need some Corruptors. Corruptors. Why don't I see Corruptors? There was a Spire somewhere. There is a Spire there. He needs Corruptors coming out. Even if he gets 5 or 6 Corruptors, it'll be a lot more effective. Got a Twilight Council coming out. A couple of pylons. Nice. So we're at 126 supply versus the 135 of Standby. If he gets... just a few Corruptors in the mix there, that's going to be great. We do have Jings taking a 3rd base up here. Nicely done. Nice timing for that as well. But again, the downside to this is a Ling run by can do that. 7 Corruptors is more than enough to take out 3 Colossi. Once he's got that, he probably wants to stop. Some Zergs do make the mistake of making too many Corruptors, and they'll end up just being useless units. Sure, you can corruption things, but you don't want them to be useless, right? As soon as those Corruptors come out, I wouldn't be surprised to see a push coming out from him. You've got a lot more Zealots being warped in. 4 Colossi now. So what he'll want to do is he'll want to get a good arc. Doesn't want to get them all bunched up. He's probably going to be careful. He does see this coming across, sees him coming down the creep tumors, so he's going to have to go corruption on all those Colossi, pick them off. He does see that there's coming on this side, hopefully, and he needs to go defend. The problem with this right here is because he's not ready for it, he's sitting in his natural,